Year after year, Rolex continues to dazzle us, and this year is no different, keeping the tradition alive with its latest revelations. But what if I told you, you could have the front row seat to this premiere? Yes, we're peeling back the curtain on the eagerly awaited Rolex lineup for 2024. Dive into a world where groundbreaking materials meet eye-catching designs as we take a closer look at what the legendary brand has lined up for us. This is your golden ticket to get a sneak peek at the latest innovations from Rolex, so make sure you're in the loop on their newest marvels. For over 100 years now, Rolex has been the go-to for anyone who's all about that blend of luxury and pinpoint accuracy. They've been at the top of their game, constantly pushing the boundaries of watchmaking without ever losing sight of that classic style they're known for. Each Rolex is a story on your wrist, a companion through achievements, wild adventures, and those moments you'll never forget. As 2024 sneaks up on us, we can't help but wonder, what's next on Rolex's horizon? Maybe there's a GMT Master out there ready to nudge you towards far-off adventures, a Submariner that's all about diving deep into the unknown, or a day-date that shines as bright as your accomplishments. Despite our enthusiasm for Rolex watches, predicting their next move is like trying to read tea leaves. Each year we're on the edge of our seats, anticipating the latest creations they'll showcase, particularly at high-profile events like Watches and Wonders. Yet, Rolex masterfully keeps their cards close to their chest, leaving us all guessing. So, did you hear about Rolex snapping up Bianca? Yeah, that news caught everyone off guard, and it's a pretty big deal, signaling a significant shift in their business model. Jumping into the retail scene head first, they're mixing things up big time. This could totally change the game for how Rolex makes and sells its iconic timepieces. With these transformations, our excitement is tinged with a hint of uncertainty about the future directions Rolex might take. They've consistently set the bar high, but with these fresh developments, the possibilities are wide open. As of now, we're all eyes and ears, eagerly waiting for the next big reveal from Rolex. Prediction number 1. Rolex Bianca Collab. You see, rumors are swirling around that Rolex might just surprise us with a special blue dial watch, a nod to their partnership with Bianca. Now that Rolex is stepping into the direct sales game, launching an exclusive piece for Bianca boutiques seems like a smart move. It's probably not going to be a Submariner, but picture a watch that's all about the blues, featuring both the Bianca and Rolex logos, a real collector's item for sure. This idea's got people talking, and not everyone's on board. It's all up in the air for now, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Prediction number 2. GMT Shakeup. Now onto the legendary Rolex GMT models, like the GMT Master and GMT Master 2, those watches with the iconic blue and red bezels we all know and love. Word on the street is Rolex might be thinking of shaking things up, moving away from this classic look. That'd be a pretty bold move, shaking up a tradition that's been around for ages. At the same time, there's a lot of chatter about folks wanting to see something new, and there are whispers that we might just get that. But remember, until we hear it straight from Rolex, we're all just guessing. Prediction number 3. Rolex Titanium Expansion. The buzz around Rolex potentially embracing more titanium in their lineup has people pretty stoked. Remember the titanium Yacht Master they dropped last year? It was a hit. Sure, they also launched a massive 50mm model that raised some eyebrows, but let's not dwell on that. The point is, titanium's got a lot going for it, and seeing Rolex expand its use beyond just the sporty pieces would be something. Now, imagine a Jubilee bracelet crafted from titanium. Talk about shaking things up. Prediction number 4. GMT Size Upgrade. Switching gears, there's some speculation about a 41mm GMT watch hitting the scene this year. Rolex has been on a bit of a redesign spree with the Submariner, slimming it down, broadening the lugs, and rounding out the shape. So this rumor about a revamped GMT watch seems to fall right in line with the trends we're noticing. Currently, the GMT Masters are still rocking the slightly smaller 40mm case, which feels a tad outdated, especially given the massive demand for Rolex watches. It'd probably make everyone's life easier, Rolex included, if they standardized the case size across the board, simplifying production. Prediction number 5. Coke Basel Revival. Next up on our list of predictions is the much-anticipated Coke bezel comeback. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering if we've switched topics to beverages, let me clarify. In the Rolex vernacular, a Coke bezel is the striking black and red version, a counterpart to the Pepsi bezel's blue and red, and the all-black classic. There's been some chatter about Rolex possibly phasing out the Pepsi due to challenges in achieving a consistent glow under black light. The rumor mill suggests swapping blue for black on Pepsi, creating a new Coke. However, we're not holding our breath for this switch to happen just around the corner, despite the growing speculation. Prediction number 6. Rolex exhibition trend. On another note, we're also expecting to see an uptick in Rolex watches featuring exhibition backs. This trend kicked off with the Platinum Daytona and carried on with the Le Mans Edition Daytona. While durability is key for dive watches, the idea of Rolex extending the exhibition back feature to their steel models, and perhaps even to the likes of the GMT, is pretty exciting. The concept is straightforward yet profound, allowing a glimpse into the watch's inner workings without any over-the-top embellishments. There's a certain charm in admiring the mechanics and craftsmanship that go into each piece, celebrating the beauty of simplicity and functionality. Quirky Rolex surprises. I mean, we're pretty jazzed about the prospect of Rolex unveiling more vibrant and unexpected designs in their upcoming releases. Last year threw us some curveballs, with designs like the Quirky puzzle dial featuring emojis and the Wonder Bread dial, both of which captured a lot of attention and affection. Our fingers are crossed for Rolex to keep rolling out these inventive designs. The puzzle dial, in particular, was a delightful departure from Rolex's traditional aesthetic, showcasing its playful side. It's refreshing to see Rolex embracing creativity, especially when it serves a noble cause like promoting autism awareness. What's really thrilling is watching Rolex carve out a niche with these new designs, ensuring they stand out rather than mimic the style of other brands. These pieces might lean towards the dressier side, but they scream Rolex through and through, maintaining the brand's iconic flair. If anything, it sure would have been something to see a bunch of Rolex watches all up for grabs at the same auction, kind of like that wild robot auction that got everyone talking. Even though that had its ups and downs, there's a whole lot more we're jazzed about for Rolex in 2024. First up, we're totally expecting Rolex to keep wowing us with some cool new materials and tech tricks up their sleeve. They're always cooking up something new in the watchmaking world, so you bet there'll be some slick features popping up in their next releases. And then there's the whole green scene. Rolex seems pretty set on doing right by the planet, which means we might see them leaning into more recycled stuff and figuring out how to make their watches without throwing Mother Nature under the bus. And of course, Rolex is looking like it'll keep its spot at the top of the luxury watch pile. The Rolex crowd is all hyped to see what the brand rolls out in 2024. With their knack for top-notch quality, fresh ideas and a nod to eco-friendliness, Rolex isn't stepping down from the throne anytime soon. The watches coming out next year? Just the latest reason we all keep our eyes on Rolex, eager to see what they've got lined up next. You see, trying to predict Rolex's next move is a bit like trying to catch fog. It's a challenge, but oh, so intriguing. In the realm of speculation, the sky's the limit, much like the ceaseless movement of a Rolex timepiece. While we can't peer into a crystal ball to see the future, it's always a thrill to ponder the cool innovations Rolex might roll out next. And that's a wrap on today's discussion. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Opulent Oasis to keep up with all our latest videos. Thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to catch up with you in our next video.